Share that story. It's amazing.
So I was a helicopter pilot. So one of our many roles is casualty evacuation. And so we were called to go and pick up this soldier who had been bitten by a black mamba. And I don't know if any of you sort of know how long you've got, but we were going with about an hour. So it was a very time sensitive mission to get the medic to this soldier. But it was terrible weather. There was a snowstorm. There was very low cloud, and we were in mountainous terrain, and it was really dark because we're in the middle of the mountains. So you fly with night vision goggles when you're flying at night in a helicopter, so you can see where you're going, but it relies on like the ambient light. So because it was dark and it was bad weather, it was really hard to see. In fact, if it had been a normal mission, we wouldn't have got airborne because it was just, bonkers. But of course, we knew that the soldier was going to die. So we got airborne to go and try and get to this soldier. And it just became increasingly more difficult. We were being pushed down further and further by the cloud, getting closer and closer to the ground, which we couldn't see, by the way, because it was so dark. And, all of the signs were that this was an impossibly dangerous mission, but we kept pressing on, and we kept sort of moving up our level of risk, I suppose, as a crew. So just to put you into the picture, there's two pilots at the front and there's a crewman down the back and a medic. So there's four of us on the aircraft. And we just kept taking more and more risk and going lower and lower to try and get to this soldier. And it got to the point where I was being sandwiched between the cloud and the ground. I kept having to sort of turn away because I was nearly kind of impacting the ground. And it took about 45 minutes before I finally kind of had the courage to say, I think we need to turn back, because I thought I'm going to fly us into the hill here. So we left the soldier on the hill and we flew home. And what was remarkable to me is that when we landed and we debriefed, and I said, God, I'm sort of sorry about that. Everyone was like, we couldn't believe it took you so long.